Craig Fitzgerald addressed worshipers at the 10 a.m. service on September 15, 2013.
I've been a long-term parishioner at Christ Church Cranbrook for really all of my life. And about 5 years ago, Father Ed came up to me and asked whether I would be willing to serve as the interim stewardship chair after the permanent chair had stepped down. And I told him that I would be willing to do that. And I think one of my good friends, Eric Lindner, is Eric here today? Well, Eric thought this guy is absolutely clueless. He has no idea what stewardship is. So he was very kind, and he sent me this 22-page document. And he thought it would help. Little did he know. So this document is called God First, a Tithing Catechism. And for many years, as my career had progressed, I had given a little bit more to the church each year, but far short of a tithe. After I read this document once or twice, or maybe now 5 times, it's very deep in portions, but I took away 5 key messages that I really would like to share with you today. The first message, and in no particular order, is all of the wealth that we have, whether inherited or earned, what we spend, what we save, what we give away, it is all God's. It is simply entrusted to us as stewards for the period that we're on this earth. So maybe many of you knew that already. That was a bit new to me 5 years ago when I learned about it from this tithing catechism. The second takeaway I had related to a term called first fruits. And first fruits is a very simple principle. It says that the most important financial commitment that we make is to the church. So even before we pay the tax collector, it implores us to make the commitment of tithing to the church. The third concept I took away was proportionality. And proportionality speaks to a very simple concept that I think the word suggests. That is, if I make $10,000 and I commit to a tithe, that means I give $1,000. Alternatively, if I make $1 million and I commit to a tithe of $100,000, the proportionality concept says we are equally godly whether I made the $1,000 commitment or the $100,000 commitment. This next concept is really what I think has impacted me the most. Generosity is an element of godliness and the Spirit, just as much as love, patience, gratitude, and faithfulness are. It is really no less nor more. So when we think of the key attributes of being a good Christian, generosity is in that very short list. And lastly, and you've heard Ron talk about this several times, lastly, stewardship is not about the church's need to support a budget. We have this lovely building, we have salaries, we have outreach, we have all sorts of financial needs to support. But stewardship is about, as Christians, our need to give, not the church's need to receive. It is really these 5 principles that have profoundly changed my view of stewardship. And as you think over the next 2 weeks, getting ready for Founders Sunday, 10 o'clock is the only service. There isn't a Saturday service. There's not an 8 o'clock service. We're all invited to 10 o'clock in 2 weeks. I would ask you to dig deep into your heart, to think about stewardship, to think about your support for the parish, and possibly that will cause you to dig a bit deeper into your pocket. Thank you very much. Again, a not-so-gentle reminder, if you have not responded to the reception, we would love to hear from you either way. Thank you very much, and have a great day.